Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing on? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch. It's Saturday night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Once again, Bozy831 Gaming is live on Twitch. I say again, Bozy831 Gaming is live on Twitch. Welcome to another continuation of my Twitch live stream gaming series. We're playing Farming Simulator 22, and we're on the Silverrun Forest map, which is the base map that comes with the Farming Simulator 22 Platinum expansion. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is in your neck of the woods or in your part of the world. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome. And without much further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. We're picking up from where we left off on the last episode. We're in the process of selling all of the pallets that we had stored in our storage warehouse at the old sawmill. That's part of the base game setup of sawmills that are included with the Silverrun Forest map. We loaded up as much as we could on the train and sold all of that product to the the Elm Creek sales point. We just ran out of time during the last episode. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Not a single cough until I got on live. But anywho, we're just finishing up loading up pallets on the train. We weren't able to sell everything on the first train load, so we realized that we're going to have to make the sales utilizing multiple train loads, and that's where we're at right now. We're just gonna kind of hop right into it. I did indicate that I may do a little bit of work off camera with this, and to a certain degree I did. As you can see, I did do a little bit of testing here to see what kind of techniques I would utilize on finishing up the loads on the train, and this is kind of what I've come up with. We're going to do stacks of 3 and 2 down the train, making sure that we only place the stacks in areas where I have straps and I have enough room to work with my forklift, and we're just going to go take it right from there. And as you can see, we have stacks of pallets here in different areas in the yard that we moved around. We loaded on to our truck and we moved them out of the warehouse area so that we can work through the different pallets with our forklift. So I'm going to go ahead and continue that right now. Go ahead and grab another pallet. Let's see here. And again, I did give some thought to finishing this up off camera, but after much consideration, I decided it would be a better idea just to go ahead and work all this out on camera so you can kind of see exactly what my technique is and what we're doing here. Now, for the pallets that we're placing on the top, we want to come in at a different angle. So we want to come in from the side on these. We're going to do that right here. You also have to be mindful of the time because it's already late in the evening and we're running out of time today, so I just need to quickly get as many of these on the train as I can, and then we're going to go ahead and run this load over to Elm Creek. We might wait until another day and then do another load because it looks like we're going to probably have to run at least 2 more trips by train in order to sail through all of the pallets that we have left at this point in time. But let's go ahead and get as many on as we can before it gets too dark on us to continue to work, and then we'll see where we're at from there. Let's see. Gotta be careful here. I don't want to run off the edge. The flat car here. Gonna drop another pallet right on top of this one. Up, down. There we go. Try not to run off the edge. Perfect. Let's go grab another one. And again, since this is the 2x stack, we want to have those on the top. We come in from the side and bring those in at a different angle. And you see what I'm talking about here momentarily. Let's go ahead and drop that down. Alright, let's try to get forks on there. That's not that right. Alright, got it. And like I say, between Homeland Simulator 17, 19, and now 22, I've had plenty of experience working forklifts, and I can tell you in no uncertain terms, the way the forklifts work in 22 is a significant improvement over how forklifts have worked in previous versions of the game. This is like light years ahead of what you used to be able to do in these games. Even with the issues you see here, as I kind of have my tire stuck here in a bad little spot, we can work that out. Alright, so let's go. We're going to get another pallet on here. That one, we want to park that one right beside the other one that we already have. And again, we're going for 2x on the top. Drop that one right here. Back it up. There we go. And get over here and strap them down. So straps. Boom. Stack number 3. And if I wanted to, I could probably get fancy and run the stacks up one level higher, but I'm just not trying to mess with the game's physics like that right now. So I'm just going to be happy with what we have going right now. Alright, so let's go do this one. I'm going to spread our forks back out. Go down here. And boom. And I'm thinking we may be able to get maybe 5 rows on here, maybe 6, but we'll see how it plays out. But at least 5 rows. Oops. I'm already overthinking it. Forget for this row right here, we're just going to bring them in this way. Alright, I need to locate where my strap is at first, so let me go enable the strap. Then we want to come in with a forklift again. Gonna line everything up. And just bring it right on over. Want to put it right on that edge. Drop it down. Line it up. Alright, line it up. And there she goes. And just so we don't have any crazy stuff, we want to go ahead and line up the strap, hop back in, and go grab another one. And that's pretty much the process. And we got a few more to go before we finish this load. And then we'll go ahead and send this off to Elm Creek and make a little money. And then reevaluate where we're at from there once we've sold everything. But we'll finally have the bank account where we should be able to do some things. Alright. Kind of struggle with this one here. Alright. Alright, we got it on there. I don't like the way it's sitting, but we still should be able to get it. Should be able to get it lined up. So let's go. And same process as before. Line it up as best that we can. Kind of eyeball it. But this time we want to make sure the pallets are tightly spaced so that we can get our stack of 3. So let's get in there. There we go. Drop that down. There we go. Didn't quite make it, but we can push it in. Boom. Strap it down. And we got one more to grab. That'll make up the bottom row. Swing the forklift back around, straighten it up, and see if we can have a better go at picking this one up than we did with that one, with the previous one. Let's see, gotta spread the forks out a little bit more. And we want to bring them. Got them all the way down, so now we just want to tilt. Oops. Alright, tilt. Up, still. Alright, we're having some kind of issue where I keep flipping through on the bottom. The pallet. I don't know why it's being a problem. Normally don't have that kind of issue. Really don't know what's going on there today. There we go. It was Alright, carefully, and still missing the mark. Alright, this is gonna be one of those nights, huh? As you saw last week, I didn't have any issues cooking these bad boys up and getting them on there, but tonight's just gonna be one of those fun with pallets nights. See early on. Being know that one did not want to cooperate. We have it. We're going to loop around and repeat the same process we did before. There she goes. The three amigos. And now we just need to do the double stack on top. Alright, we'll tighten them up and come back in. And since we're in the grass, I'm having a hard time seeing where the edges of the pallets are at, so I'm probably going to need to load those pallets up on the trailer and move them out in an area where I can see where the spaces of the pallets at a little better. That grass is going to give me a little bit of a problem. Alright, so there's two. Again, the same deal as before. We're going to try to, as best as we can, get two on top. That one's certainly not as pretty as I normally like it, but we'll take it. But what I'm talking about that we want to do right here, I need to move these pallets into a more clear area where I can kind of see what I'm working with. In that tall grass, I can't see where I need to place my pallet forks to pick them up very well. So let's go ahead and open this up. Let's go pick up a load, move them around to the better spot. Again, I still need to be mindful of the time because as you see, it's getting a little late here and we're going to soon be running out of daylight hours and I'm not going to be able to see very well what I'm doing, so we're just going to have to wait and move into another day before I can finish the job. Alright, that's 100%. Back over to a better spot here, and then we're going to unload what we have. Right about here ought to be good. I didn't expect them to be unloaded in such a messy way, but it's still better than what we have over here in this deep grass. Let's go ahead and grab these others. Alright, and the same deal, we're just gonna, actually, before we do that, we still have a few spare pallets here that we can actually include in the set. So let me see if I can carefully back up here and pick up as much of these 2 stacks as I can. Oh, we got them all. Alright, and we're going to unload that group of pallets over here to the side. We just want to be a little bit separated from where the other ones are at. And we don't want to accidentally start picking them back up in the trailer even though it's full, so that should be a non-issue. Alright. That looks good. And we just need to move the truck and the trailer out of the way so that forklift operator will have enough room to work. And that should do it. Alrighty, now let's get back to work. And again, we're rapidly running out of time here, so we just need to quickly go ahead and try to manage as many stacks as we can onto the train. And we got a big challenge here because of how they popped out. Nothing I can't manage. Until you hit a bump. Yeah. Well, everything I did not want to happen just happened. So, I'm going to go at it again. Continue to have an issue with getting the forks just in the right spot. Just not my night for that, I guess. Again, not pretty, but functional. And we're just gonna keep it moving. I could very much finesse and make that look neat. It serves no purpose at this point in time, so let's go. Next up, we need working on our next stack of 3. And again, the struggle tonight has been literally getting my forks, lift blades lined up in that right spot. mean, they're literally jumping underneath the pallet in every scenario today. So be it. All right, lining up our next strap. Kind of on a race against time, so we're just gonna jump right to the next one. You know the drill. I gotta try to see if I can get it much closer than I did before. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Pallets want to fight me tonight, but I always win in the end. Let's go ahead and mark these other two. Say game physics be damned. Alright. See, same deal. Know what the thing is today. Ah, there we go. Finally got one. And again, nothing fancy. We're going for the 3-stack here, then the 2-by. Just want to push that one up flush with the first one and strap it down like so, and then move on to the next one. Alright, let's try not to turn it all the way upside down. Let's see if we can tip it back over. And the cool thing about all-wheel drive is you can make more pivots and precise turns. Alright. And again, the pallet doesn't want to play, but we don't need it to. As long as we can get it on there, we'll work the rest of it out. And again, objective number one is to get it on the flat car, like so. And objective 2 is to line it up flush, like so, and then strap it down. Now we're ready for the 2-stack. bit tight. A little tighter than that, I think. Line them up. Bring it down. 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 Up. That's all we got. That's all we need. And with all-wheel drive, you get stuck, you can still kind of work your way out. Alright, let's see if we can get this more neat than we did the previous one. Alright, that looks good. And perhaps I misspoke. I think we can get these all on this same load. Just want to get it all done before it gets too late. I think we'll have enough time. We just still need to be as quick as we can about it. I think we'll have enough time. This one was also being a little bit temperamental. We didn't get as clean of a hookup as we did in the other one, but it matters not. When you kind of get a feel for how to operate the forklift, you can get around some of the game physics issues. Let's open them up for normal load. And we're going for the 3-stack. Alright. That looks good. Come out wide this time so that we're at the back of the flat car and we have enough room to navigate around and make a full turn, and hopefully our back tires won't fall into a hole as quickly and easily this way. Got it. Oh. And once again, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm thinking of the 2-stack operation, but this is the 3-stack. Line this one up again as far back as we can place it. pallets. Good job, good job. Looking good, looking tight. Strap it in. Then go grab another one. This is nice and tight. And while all that's happening, we've actually had 2 pallets pop in the amount of time it's taking us to work on this job, so we might as well throw them 2 in on this next sale as well. And we'll do that once we get all these loaded up. Thought of something. There's also another area where I can grab a couple of more pallets. We're trying to get rid of everything we got now. We need as much cash as we can get for the next thing we want to do here on this map. So everything must go. As you see what my budget is right now, up in the upper right hand corner, we're up to $1.6 million and counting. I want to get much more than that. We're just getting started. And this is what all the stuff you've seen me working at on all these previous episodes to get to the point where we're doing some of the things we're doing here. And the big coup de grace will be when we get the whole farm deal going, when we got the farms fired up in operation. Alright, so here we go. Final piece of the 3 stack. Boom, boom. Slide on out. Strap it up. Alright. And let me go handle this other situation that just hit me that I wanted to finish work out real quick. For some reason, the way this old sawmill works, there's always a couple of wood plank pallets that pop up in this area of the sawmill. They're always here. They don't go away. I don't know why. I guess it's just the way they have it set up. They don't go in the warehouse. They always appear here. The other pallet types don't do this. It's just the wood plank pallets that do that. So we're just going to go ahead and grab these 2 over here as well and add them to the collection. Like I said, this is a fire sale. All pallets must go. Let's go. Like I said, backing these things up is not my strong suit, but we got it. Alright, now we're working on the 2 stack, and we have 2. So let's go get it. Turn the lights on. Tighten it up. want to level it out or not. But as long as we got the forks on it, we can make it work. And again, now this is the... I previously I got ahead of myself, but this is where we want to turn wide so that we can make it on here without too much craziness. Drop it right in here into the sweet spot. Slide on out of there. Let's push that one back a little bit. Sitting too far out. There we go. Strap it in. Lights on because we're starting to get on the edge. And that's what I didn't want to do. Darn it, man. Alright. We still got it under control. And as you see the silly AI traffic lining up. Definitely something to improve upon in the next iteration of the game. If you're gonna have it. I think when it comes to Giants, like each version of the game, they make small incremental improvements, kind of like how EA and some of the large publishers do with the sports games. I think sometimes I think the publishers of this series are kind of trying to go that route as well with some of the stuff they're doing now. Let's try this again, shall we? And the back tire is trying to get stuck back there. It should just be clear. That's kind of the way a lot of the game publishers are going right now. The big thing is, you know, micro transactions. But, you know, even when they're disguised neatly or expertly as DLC, it's still kind of the same thing. It's still selling you additional content, you know, for additional price outside of the base game. Well, whether that be unlockable content that's already built into the game, but you have to pay a fee to access it, or so on and so forth. It's all a form of microtransactions. That's just the nature of the industry right now. And some publishers are definitely a lot more egregious about it than others. Giants definitely isn't as bad as a lot of publishers are. I know many players, I'm sure, would argue, especially with what some Giants has been doing as of late with the season pass and the packs that come with the season pass. A lot of the equipment doesn't really offer a whole lot other than different pieces of equipment and lists, as far as like new gameplay or game functionality is concerned. And the improvements between each version of the game have been very incremental. Alright. On this one we kind of missed the mark a little bit. I'm trying to see if I can shore it up, but I don't think I'm going to get it exactly where I want. It's a little crooked, but we'll leave it be. Mark for the next strap of that. As you can see, it's really starting to get a little dark on us now. Thankfully not so pitch black that we're not able to see what we're doing, but definitely a lot darker as we get later into the evening. That's with my connection or with Twitch, but looks like we dropped our connection tonight and just had to hop back in and hop back on. Hold on one moment, my voice is trying to mess with me as well. Alrighty, jumping back in. Definitely been an interesting one tonight. Dropping connections. And all that kind of fun stuff. Definitely gonna have to look at this episode and go back and edit this one. Normally upload these episodes that I do in their entirety onto my YouTube channel, but definitely I know if we're having connection issues tonight, I'm going to have to go in and look at the episode and kind of clean up any issues we might have in the recording as much as I can. Hopefully, for the most part, this episode records pretty clean. But like I said, I'll go back and look at it afterwards and we'll check that out. We'll try to clean it up a little bit and cut out as much of the noise as we can. Alright, 2 more to go. And we'll be in there. Now you can see it's really starting to get dark, so definitely time to wrap it up now. Visibility is really going to be a problem now, especially for you guys looking at this on mobile. It's also kind of neat in a way, I guess, because you got to see me do this kind of the cheaty way with the little pallets, and you got to see me do it the realistic way with the forklift. By realistic, I mean realistic as far as the game mechanics are concerned. Alright, 1 more to go. And we'll be ready to ship. Last one wants to act like a problem child. But we gotcha. It's crazy how the AI continues to spawn endless cars over there. That's so silly. Alright. Alright, we got the second one on. That's a wrap. Drop that in. Light it up, do the little strap thing. For some reason I'm stuck. I don't know why. Let me see if I take the strap off. It'll let me move. There it is. There we go. So now we just need to get those 2 pallets out. And then we'll have another load to send to Elm Creek. Alright, let's strap those in. And that's everything. So what we're gonna do here now, let me go ahead. We won't be needing the forklift in this area anymore. So we're gonna go over here and send the forklift. Instead of driving it back, let me do it this way. We go ahead and reset it back to the shop, and that at least eliminate half the trip back to the other sawmill. And this is just crazy what's going on with this traffic here. That's so silly. Alright, so we're ready to hop into the train and go ahead and make this sale. We're sitting at $1,009,152 right now. You see we got 35,000 liters of wood plank pallets on the train, 2,000 of standard planks, and we're ready to ship. So we're gonna roll on back. Backwards this time, that's the shortest route to the sale point. Alright, and the train now drives off the edge of the map. Got 99,000 plus another 6,000, 98,000. So roughly $104,000 altogether. And now we're up to $1,112,542. I love it, I love it, I love it. So that's the culmination of all the stuff we've been doing leading up to this episode. At least to this point in the process, there's been a lot of work we had to go through to get to that point, and that's the ultimate goal right there. So now we want to go through to our leased items and go ahead and return any leased items that we will no longer need, that we purchased or leased for completion of this job. And that's, we can go ahead and return this trailer here, the Brockman. And I think that was the only thing. Everything else is all stuff that we normally use. Let's go ahead and pick up that box of trailer on home. You see the forklift at the shop there. You can see once we get late into the night how dark everything gets. And I don't like to do much night stuff, so we try to get away from that. Because depending on how you're watching the video, especially if you're on YouTube and on mobile, it can be very hard to see some of the night stuff. I don't want to see their viewers through any of that, as little of that as possible. I'm going to go ahead and bring this forklift back around to our other sawmill. See here, when you get in certain areas where there's no lighting, it can be really, really dark. Park the forklift here and hop out and jump on over to the farmhouse and go ahead and move on to the next day so we can operate in daylight hours. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Flashlight. Boom. And we're going to sleep until the next day. One thing I did forget to check while I was so busy trying to get done with the forklift. Yeah, it does need maintenance pretty bad. I saw that earlier, but forgot about it just that quickly. Let me do this. Go to. Although I don't know if it'll let me run it from there. So we'll see. I look under tools. I think it's under. Yeah, it won't let me do it here. So I'm gonna have to drive it out. And unfortunately, that's one I missed while we had it at the shop. So I can either drive it back to the shop or drive it to my farm. But I Either way, you're still gonna have to watch me make a slow drive over to one of those areas. Since we're pretty much halfway there, we might as well just take it on to the shop. Speed at 15 miles an hour. Alright, here we are. And we want to click on the wrench icon here. Why it's not giving me the repair option there? It should have that option. Okay, I don't know what the deal is there. Okay. I'm perplexed right now. I am completely perplexed. Still no option to repair. That is crazy. I guess when the SOB breaks, I won't be able to use it. Yeah. Makes sense. Checks out. And yet another wonderful game feature, not a bug. Thank you, Giants. First time trying to repair that particular vehicle. I wonder if that applies the same for the vehicles at the iron ore mine as well. It's one of the features, at least we thought it was a feature that was a part of this map, is that you had certain vehicles that were included with the map that don't take away from your starting budget on your farm that you can utilize and use. But I've been able to repair the tree harvester because that was one of those vehicles as well. Although that vehicle shows in my own vehicles, but the forklift and the earth mover and the other two tractors that you see me cycle through when I'm cycling through the vehicles, those don't show, just like this forklift, don't show in my own vehicles. So it's because of that, will I not be able to repair the vehicles once they degrade to the point where you can't work on them anymore? I'm going to bring this little toolbox over here just for amusement purposes, just to see if it gives me that same deal. Looks like I'm getting that same action, so that's very disappointing. I wonder what's going to happen once the forklift is all the way gone. Will you not be able to use it? You won't be able to sell it or anything at all. So you're just going to get those crazy dash screens about your vehicle needing repair and you're not being able to use it. So I don't get that at all. If anybody's watching that knows the answer to that, I guess we'll deal with that when we get to that point. That's a miss or an oversight right there on the map. You got a vehicle that you can use, but you can't repair it once it breaks. Nice. Learn something new every day. All of this effort was a complete waste of time on my part. Things like this do happen. But given that, I guess those things need to happen though, so I can learn that particular revelation there. You have to see how that all plays out once we get to that point, I guess. These are the other vehicles I'm talking about. This tractor and this vehicle here, the Volvo LM841 and Volvo DR631. They pretty much the same as the forklift. Those are vehicles that come with a map that you don't own. But you can use them as if they're your own vehicles. But apparently you can't repair them. Alrighty, but we've rode over into another day on the farm. We got our budgets up to $1,139,000, and we're ready to cycle into our next set of daily operations on the farm. And again, I gotta kind of apologize a little bit there because that whole bit with the forklift just kind of was a letdown for me. It just kind of threw me off a little bit. Alright, so first we're gonna go grab some wheat. Go ahead and get the chickens taken care of. Jump some wheat off. Some wheat off here. This has been a most interesting episode tonight. Different levels, different little things going on here that have impacted what I'm trying to do today. Disconnect to the interruptions to finding out some disappointing stuff about equipment that you use, and so on and so forth. It's very interesting. All right, got 2,000 liters left. Chickens are fed. Now turn around. The good news is we got enough money here in the bank that we can start working on some other stuff, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on that shortly. Don't know if we'll break into it much this episode, but definitely we'll dial it in on the next episode of the series if we don't get into it much tonight. Alright, so next up, done with the feed, and we need to go to big food. There we go. Go ahead and fill up on that. Feed our pigs. Alright. That's pin number 1. Cycle through to pin number 2. And then we drop off our leftover pig food back into the silo. Alright, then we're going to fill up on our manure. Oops. Just had a brain malfunction. Since we did fill up on manure, what we will go ahead and do is grab the manure from both of our pig stalls that we already have loaded up. Filling. We'll take everything we have so far. We're going to go to the BGA and unload as much manure as we can into the BGA so they can be sold for profit. Since we accidentally loaded the incorrect product into the trailer, we still do something with the load. So that's what we're going to do. Next. Then we go to our production chains, and look at the mini biogas plant, and you see all 49,217 liters of manure. Load it to the biogas. Let's make sure we have the manure processing turned on. We'll go ahead and activate it. And manure will be processed into methane, electricity, and digestate, which will then be sold for profit. I forgot to set the toolbox back when I was doing the other thing. Alright, so fork it up. So now we can go grab straw, which should have been the next thing up. Pigs. And actually, that would be the next thing up for both the pigs and the cows, because they both utilize straw. So we just load the trailer up max capacity, or at least the max of what we have. Oh, we don't need all 85, or however many things we got in there. Alright, we drop off straw to both of the pig barns, and then we'll do the same for the cows as usual. Oh, crash rate counter +1. It's +1 tonight, so doing pretty well tonight. As far as the crashes are concerned. Alright, just gotta back it up in there until we get the trigger for the straw and unload straw. And double check our animals to make sure that we're taking care of that need. So let's go look at the cows real quickly. Alright, we can see that this pen is maxed out with straw. We also see that it's maxed out with slurry. Milk is in the red, but not quite maxed out yet. So we're going to do something with that information as well. We're gonna unload straw for the cows. Alrighty. And now that that need is taken care of for both the pigs and the cows, we're gonna unload our leftover straw back into our grain silo. And now we want to take a look at our cows again, and we see we're maxed out on slurry. We didn't give the cows our TMR yet, so let's go ahead and, that's the wrong way. Start filling, and this time we want to go to the TMR. Unload everything we got. The cows consume a lot of feed, so let's see where we're at once we give them the TMR. Unload total mixed ration. And one more time. Alrighty, so the cows are taken care of, and drop our leftover TMR back into our farm silo. Okay, and at that point, you would think we're going to be done with the animals, but tonight we are not, because we have a new situation that we need to deal with here. Looking at one of our cow sheds, we see that we're just about maxed out here with slurry. We're maxed out with slurry in one of our cow sheds. The other one is in the yellow, so it still has a ways to go. And we have a total of about, 56,250 liters of slurry that we need to do something with. One thing we can do is we could sell it at a sell point, or we could bring it over to our BGA and sell it there. And I think that's the most prudent way of doing it, because we'll make potentially more money that way than just selling it outright. So now my next dilemma is, we say we got 56,000 liters that we need to move, and how are we going to move it? So we need to go over here, because I need since slurry is a liquid, I need a liquid container that's qualified to carry slurry. And let's take a look here at my different options. And let's see here. So I may have to go to my main. Let's see. And slurry is a little green icon that it looks like it has a little squiggly things coming up from it. Okay, and I have a couple of mod trailers I could use, or I could use. This works with the TLX 2020. Okay, I could. How much does that? 5,000, 50,000 liters. I think temporarily we'll just use this since that's kind of the way we've been operating right now. We use this TLX 2020 ABI tanker trailer. This is also by 82 Studios and it's part of the same series, except we're gonna set it up. We don't need all of that. We're gonna set the capacity to Unreal. Keep the colors and all that the same. That doesn't really matter. Just go ahead and lease that for $1,000. And let's go deal with our slurry. Let's go pick up our newly leased trailer from the shop, and we're going to use that trailer to haul that slurry over to the BGA so that it can be sold for profit. And that'll make us even more money that for some of the upcoming projects that we want to do here on this series going forward. One of the main things we need to do, let's start up on that next week, is go ahead and start purchasing farmland so that we can expand our operations into farming. And since I've been doing this series, I haven't really been doing farming at all, so it's going to be kind of like a super old refresher thing for me as well, because I haven't been doing that much farming or playing that much farming simulator as of late outside of when I'm doing episodes for this series. Probably will be some trial and error as we do start to get to that phase of the series. Alright, let's see. Kind of get in the spot here. So, sense the trigger and fill up on slurry. We already see it. It says start filling, so let's hit it. Make sure we're unloading properly. Let's go ahead and check on, and you can see the unload operation happening real time. And we didn't get everything because the trailer has a max capacity of 50,000 liters. And we're going to go ahead and take that to the BGA. And sell the slurry for a profit. See, we got the unload icon there. We're going to go ahead and unload the slurry here. And if we now go to our production chains menu and look at the BGA, and you can see the slurries filling up. And once we have it all loaded in, then we'll go ahead and activate this production as well. And it will be processed for sales of electrocharged methane and digestate, just as we did with the manure. It's just another way that our animals can be utilized to provide additional streams of revenue or income on the farm. Alright, so we unloaded all 50,000 liters. Go back and get the remainder of the slurry that was still in the silo. It's another 6,000 liters. Alright, start filling it again. That's another 6,250 liters of slurry. Same deal, we take that over to the BGA, unload it at the BGA, and then once we activate the production, slurry will be processed into methane, electric charge, and digestate. Since I have it all of those productions set to automatically sell, they'll be automatically sold for profit. And while I'm thinking about it, as we're coming up close to the tail end of the episode, this is probably a great opportunity to go ahead and set up for a screenshot for tonight. So let's hide the camera in a sweet spot where we want to get it at. And capture screenshot. Alright, so we got the slurry. Let's go ahead and unload. And let's check out our production. And we're going to go ahead and activate the slurry production chain. And now we're making even more money. Gotta love that. Before I return this lease trailer, I just want to double check to make sure that there aren't any other situations on the farm that I need to handle that might require a liquid trailer. take a peek at my animal operations once again. And both the pigs have slurried, and they're both close, but they're not ready just yet for me to sell through. I could go ahead and do them early. Let's see, what's the capacity on the BGA? Let me see here. 55. Because one of the things I don't want to run into is where I oversupply and then I have slurry that I can't get rid of, or I have to sell somewhere else at a different sell point. And the pigs have, how much do they have? They have 38, and I know that's going to be over. The other one has 43, so that's even less. But I don't know which is which. I think I know one with the least is the one in the back. But again, I don't know if I want to go that far over. And then my other cows have, how much do they have? They have 29. See, that might be closer to the number. So let's do that instead. So that's 29,531 liters there. If we take that over to the BGA, let's just go ahead and kind of max out our BGA, because we're kind of getting in the situation right now. Between the pigs and the cows, they're slurry. As we cycle through, possibly keep the BGA where it has a steady feed, but I say that for sure, because the BGA does process through whatever product it has contained in it very quickly. So here we are, another one slurry. Let's see if this will max it out. I'm sure it will. Too far in. Let's see. Yep, 75,000. About 10,000. Get rid of. So we're just going to need to hold on to the lease for a little bit longer until all that is processed through. So we just need to leave that there and give that some time. And once that processes through, then we'll be able to finish unloading the trailer. now it's a question, do I want to speed up time, then come back? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to the clock, time scale, let's do double time. And just kind of sit back and see what happens. 75. Time is on the clock right now, 10 o'clock. It's not going fast enough, so let's do 30. Let's go with 60. You can kind of, from here, you can see how quickly the VGA processes the product that it has contained. Because like if we go now and look at the menu, it's kind of grinding through the manure. And you see the slurry is staying locked at 75,000, and that's because it's pulling slurry out of the trailer as well. That's the ticket. That's what I want. It's working. Should have the trailer unloaded here just a bit. See, we kind of counting down 2,000. Now almost into the thousands, so we're almost done. Go ahead and let it process on through. There we go. And we can go ahead and set time back to the normal rate that we're using for this playthrough, and that's 3 times. And return to the farm. Alright, so we bring the trailer back out to the farm. Kind of still bouncing around in my head whether we're going to keep it around or not. And in order to make that determination, let me take a peek back at our animals and see what we have going on. We've emptied the slurry for both of our cow sheds, so they're in good shape. We have a cow shed that is close to maxing out on milk, but it's still a ways off, even though we are in the red. I won't do anything with the milk until we're maxed. We have both of our pigsties are close on slurry, but I don't think they're going to fill that quickly, and when I do, and if they do, they're both going to kind of hit their max at the same time, and I can move that product then. So we're good. We're going to go ahead and return the trailer for the moment. So let's go over to our lease items and know that we will be coming back to this trailer again at some point in the not too distant future. We're going to go ahead and return it for the moment. Service. And this is it, folks. We're coming up on the end of tonight's episode. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Sorry for some of the issues and everything we had tonight, including the straight up disconnect. This is Bose 831 Gaming live on Twitch, and this has been another episode of my Twitch live stream series. Bose 831 Gaming on all major social media platforms. Almost all, majority of the social media platforms on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. Yes, I'm still calling Twitter. I'm not X. I'm still Twitter. That's a sidebar. You probably, if you've been paying attention to some discussion going on in media, apparently the brilliant Twitter is looking to drop in and charging all users for using that said platform. If that happens, I won't be on there anymore. Stay tuned for that, because if that changes, we will be moving to a different location, and I'll keep you advised as to where we're going next. I know we have this other application that the folks over on the is it the Facebook side of things have called Threads, but I haven't jumped on that yet because I'm a bit old school. I don't mess around with all these different social media platforms, so I haven't even the thought of jumping on another one and setting up another account and all that good stuff, even though that's super tedious. It's just something I haven't jumped into. I was looking forward to doing, so I hadn't jumped on it yet. Let alone having another app on the phone. Because I'm not part of that generation, per se. Even though I am a bit of a techie, but I'm not like I used to be. But I digress. Like I say, stay tuned for that. We'll see how that plays out. For now, still on Twitter, not on Threads. These episodes of my series will be to the YouTube channel in entirety. Of course, because we had a disconnect tonight, definitely have to edit this episode before we upload it to my YouTube channel. I kind of splice it together and hopefully cut out some noise. So I'm probably pretty sure if it completely disconnected, we probably had some bad feed stuff going on as well before we disconnected. So I'll take a look at it a little bit and see if we can kind of try to clean some of that up, cut that out as well. And next episode, we're gonna start buying some farmland and get this whole farm deal going. Hopefully, at least we're finally to the point where we got a ton of money in the bank, as you see over there in the upper right hand corner. We're to $1,163 for $1,163,483. So we got some funding to work with. We also have loans as an option, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go take a quick look at our finance screen to make sure we don't have any unpaid loans. No, we don't have any loans, outstanding loans, so we're good there. So those are all options at our disposal at the moment, now that we have money again. And now that we have money, we want to keep money flowing, and the animals are going to help us to do that, utilizing the mini biogas plant is going to help us to do that greatly. I don't know why earlier in this series I didn't identify that as well. We should have been on that one. Pretty much as soon as the point that we got animals on the map, but I just wasn't thinking about some of my other playthroughs that I've done in the past and how we maximized our farming operations in the past because, again, this is a logging map, but we're going to do some farming on this logging map as well. Even though this map defaults with a few fields on it, you don't have many, and you don't have a lot of space to set them up. You really only have these really 3 fields, arguably a 4th one here, but you have to repurpose this area from grass to farmland if you want to use that one. And then the rest of the map is, the terrain is crazy, so once you cutting out a forest and repurposing that land for farming is not very feasible as well, because there's very little flat land on this map at all. In fact, you're dealing with a lot of extremes as far as hills, mountains, and so on and so forth goes. But that's where we're going to close shop at tonight. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for checking me out. This is Bose 831 Gaming. Dang, can't even spit that out. This is Bose 831 Gaming. This has been another episode of the Twitch live stream series. Good gosh, struggling with my words here as we close it out. Live stream series, Farming Simulator 22, Elm Creek. I say Elm Creek. SILVERRUN Forest map. Man, this is a bad close. Alright, SILVERRUN Forest map. Bose 831 Gaming. Live on Twitch. And I will catch you on the flip side. Have a good night, everyone.